So Caitlin Clark is back from her break, and you just know she's probably she's probably back in the gym. She's probably already back in the gym. And I'm not going to show, the reason I know this is, like, I'm not going to show any of the pictures of, it's just weird. It is really weird. I don't care about somebody tweeting something like, oh, I just saw Caitlin Clark. She's back from Mexico. But, like, people just taking picture of her when you're sitting across from her in an airport is a bit weird. I'm not going to lie. It's a bit weird. But, yeah, before we get on, if you guys are new to the channel, subscribe. We're trying to hit 25.34k by the end of the day. That would be absolutely incredible. We are 49 away. But, okay, I think the Fever are going to be... I think they're going to be incredible. I genuinely do think the Fever, when we're talking about the Indiana Fever, they're going to be a team nobody wants to face in the playoffs. I think nobody is going to want to face this team. And... I can see why. Like, there's no way. There's just no way a team is going to want to face a Caitlin Clark-led team with Aaliyah Boston. As long as Aaliyah, like, look, hopefully, because Aaliyah Boston's played her way back into shape and sharpness. Hopefully Aaliyah Boston, because I don't think she's doing much broadcasting work. Hopefully the team, like, is doing some proper practice. And I don't think it's going to happen from a 1 month off season rather than an 8 month off season. And... I think that what Caitlin Clark is doing is perfect. I think that what she's done is perfect. Take a week of the month where you are completely off the grid. You're in Mexico. Only one picture from people just seeing them has been seen in Mexico. It seemed like her, Katie Lou, Lexi, and their boyfriends managed to, or their partners managed to get away from everything, which is good. Which is good for the team. And... they were able to just have a fun trip and a fun holiday. And you can even see from... like, somebody just commented, and it was the perfect comment. They were like, team chemistry plus 1,000. You know that's the 2K... you know when people are putting in, like, 2K references is hilarious. But, obviously, you can see the three of them away. Temi Fagbenle, or is it Lexi Hull's post? Temi Fagbenle, Aaliyah Boston, their teammates posting. And then we also have taken into account, Temi's coming back. Temi's coming back. And I just need to double check the WNBA playoff structure. Because the way the matchups are, it says feature a 3-round bracket. In round 1, matchups are seeded 1, 8, 2, 7. And series are best of 3 with a 2-1 format till the finals. I'm just putting it out there. If they can get to 6, and avoid Vegas and the Liberty, and you're facing at 6 the Lynx or the Sun, you can't tell me that they wouldn't be a bit scared. In a best of 3, where you have 3 home court advantage games for Indiana because everyone's cheering Caitlin Clark, you can't say that teams aren't going to be scared for that. And do I think Caitlin Clark's shooting comes back? Yeah. I think her shooting comes back. I think for the rest of the season, she probably averages around 35 from 3. Because I think... and you're going to see the team playing better. She's going to probably take a week to do her own stuff, to work on that floater, to work on the handle a little bit. Because you can see her now spam... it's like she equipped a new dribble move by spamming those behind the backs against Dallas. Like, she looked so much better against Dallas than any other game this season, like, as far as aggression is concerned. And she looks like one of the most aggressive ball handlers in the W, which is huge, which is really, really important for Caitlin, because she was definitely timid through her first 10 or 12 games. So you can see in the last 6 or 7 games with the confidence back that she's been not only the best point guard, the best guard. The only player that I will say has been better than her in that spell of time is Aja Wilson. And not by much. Not by much. So I think if she can come and average 35% from 3, with the improvements and strides she's already made, I think the team is going to be in a really good spot. Especially because if you're looking at the roster, you've got your starting 5. You've got your first big off the bench in Temi. You've got your wing off the bench in Lexi Hull. And I really do hope that Grace Berger comes in instead of Erica Wheeler. Like, I think the Grace Berger for Erica Wheeler swap would be huge, because we've already seen Christy Wallace be cut out of the rotation. Saxon's never been in the rotation. I'm not a fan of Damiris Dantas. I don't think Dantas is a bad player. I just don't like her for Indiana. And then I think we're going to get MVP Caitlin Clark, level Caitlin Clark, the second half of the year. She's got some rest. She's already got the confidence. And she's not doing this media tour. It's not like before her WNBA career started, she was on a media tour. So like between the draft and her first game, she was on a damn media tour, which is mentally exhausting. And she's probably, no one's going to see anything from her next week. She's just going to be probably at home, working out in Iowa. Or whether she lives in Indiana, working out in Indiana individually. And then it's going to be team practice, basically another mini training camp for 2 more years. For 2 more weeks. You're going to see what lineups are going to work, what they aren't. If I'm them, I play a couple of behind the scenes practice scrimmages against teams. It doesn't have to be anything spectacular, but if I'm Indiana, whatever team is closest to Indiana, I just contact them and be like, look, do you want to play a scrimmage just to get us used to the season? Not someone that's like I don't even know geographically what's close to Indiana. And if you can manage to do that, that would be great, just to get the team used to playing, just to get them one game in so that they're all good coming into the second half of the year. But I just think Temi coming back in. Look, they don't lose either the Dallas game or the Washington game if Temi's there. They don't. They don't lose either of those games. And she's been one of their best players. And you also have to take into account that if they win those 2 games, 2 very winnable games, they're 13-13. They're 500 instead of 11-15. And that is like the big thing for Temi. And they need to play well the second half of the season. Because I don't know what the story is with Elizabeth Williams. But it all just depends on how bad the her meniscus tear is. Because if Elizabeth Williams is back in the rotation, the Sky are going to be real good. The Sky are going to be real good second half of the year. So you're 7 at the minute. You're 2.5 games behind Phoenix, who might implode. That's what the goal has to be. The goal has to be to get to 6. And I can see them doing it. I can see Caitlin Clark having a huge... My prediction the rest of the year is for Caitlin Clark to average 20 and 10. No one has ever done it for a month. Caitlin Clark did it in July. That is my prediction. For through the last 14 games, Caitlin Clark to average 20 and 10. I think Aaliyah Boston is going to average 20 as well. That's my my hot take. Is that both Aaliyah Boston and Caitlin Clark are going to both average 20 points through the second half of the year. I think Kelsey Mitchell's points per game is probably going to go down in and around the 15. He's going to have some 30-point games and some 10-point games, just the way she is. And I really do hope that I think the addition of Temi Fagbenle is going to be absolutely massive for this team. But yeah, Caitlin Clark's back, and she is ready to absolutely take over. And that's the video. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.